everyone. We would like to welcome you again to another Laurel Highlands football game tonight with the Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today, via tape delay from the home of the Laurel Highlands High School football team here at Mustang Field, as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs take on the Belle Vernon Leopards. Hi everybody, this is Rick Frank with Vince Capozzi and Jerry Dupay. We welcome you aboard for tonight's WPIAL 4A football game. The South Union Township Sports Network coverage brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and CUTV with Gary Smith. I'm Rick Frank with Jerry Dupay, and we will be back with lineups for both teams after these messages.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay with you, getting ready for the opening kickoff tonight. The Belle Vernon Leopards are in the Mustang Corral for the first conference game of the year, the 4A Big 8 conference. And Rick, should be a pretty exciting game tonight.
Yeah, I think both teams are more evenly matched than they had been in the past. Both teams lost some veteran players.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at the starting defense for Belle Vernon. Starting at defensive end will be Gage Rogi. Colin Pilati is at defensive tackle, as is Baron Hayden. And the defensive end is Anthony Rebar. The linebackers are Ian Maloney, Nino Kuntz, Anthony Beltran, and Jake Fine. Back on the corners are Hunter Rukinen, Nolan Labuda, and Larry Galloway. So that is the starting Belle Vernon defense. We will be back to put the Mustang offense on the field after this. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral, everybody. This is Rick Frank with your starting lineup for the Mustang offense. As usual, the quarterback, number 3, Connor Basinger, 6 foot, 190-pound senior. Running back, Shea DeSoe, a 6'3", 235-pound senior, number 4. Ryan Fike is the tailback, number 12, 5'8", 160. Rob Slater is the wide receiver, number 25, 5'9", 140-pound junior. The other receiver is number 1, Dan Izzy, a junior, 5'11", 155. At tight end, we have Tyler Christopher, number 2, a 6'11", 195-pound junior. Left tackle, number 66, Joey Connolly, 6'2", 255 pounds, a junior. Left guard is Aaron Huey, number 76, The center is Gardner. The right guard, number 61, is Price. And the right tackle is number 50, Steppage. We'll be back to you. We'll have the national anthem, and then we'll be back with the kickoff.
Singing the national anthem this evening is Zach Spillane. And now, would you join us as we honor America?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar. Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay with you. The captains coming out for both teams for the ceremonial coin toss. Let's take a look at the Laurel Highlands captains. Joey Conley is one of them, Shay Dussault, and Connor Basinger. And Ricky, you can go ahead and put the captains on there for Belle Vernon.
For Belle Vernon, number 1, Anthony Bertrand. Number 61, Eric Oblak. Number 70, Colin Pelota. Number 7, Jake Fine. Got the handshakes.
Joey Conley. And our honorary captain tonight is Grady.
It's all lovey-dovey before the game.
Absolutely. Now let's see. Looks like Belle Vernon has won the toss. Let's see what they're going to decide to do here.
Check the monitor. Vince, check the monitor.
Should be momentarily. The coin went into the air. And
looks like Laurel Highlands won the toss.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Rick.
Kind of taking a little longer than normal for that, but now they're going to get them turned around, and let's see what happened. Okay, Belle Vernon indeed did win the toss, and they have elected to receive.
Belle Vernon will receive to begin tonight's ball game.
New look for the Belle Vernon Leopards this year. We are so used to seeing them in those green, the gold pants, and either the green jerseys or the white jerseys with those awful gold numerals that you couldn't read. Now they're in black pants and gold helmets. So
a lot easier to read these numbers.
Yeah, a lot easier to read these numbers. So we're ready to go. This should be a good matchup. You know, there are a lot of people talking about at the beginning of the season that they thought that Belle Vernon had the best chance to dethrone Thomas Jefferson. However, those hopes were dashed pretty quickly last week. 36-14 loss to Thomas Jefferson. But still, folks are talking about these two teams being thickly in the playoff hunt this year.
Yeah, well, Laurel Highlands has a lot of veteran players returning. They did lose 16 seniors last year, which it was valuable players, but they have a lot of that offensive line has come back for their junior and senior year.
Right.
From Laurel Highlands, number 1, Daniel Izzy.
Daniel Izzy is set to kick off. Mustangs moving left to right through your living room. Get the furniture out of the way. Here we go. It's going to be a short kickoff. Hunter Rukkanen has the football up toward the middle and across the 40, the 35, and out to the 37-yard line. Stopped out there by Tyler Christopher.
Belle Vernon will begin 1st and 10 with the ball resting on their own 36.
And so from the 36-yard line is where the Leopards will put it in play. And Rick, as you said, that we think this is going to be a ground assault tonight.
Yeah, neither team puts the ball in the air very much. Connor did more the first game, but the last two games did not. I mean, the last game did not.
Jared Hartman gets the call at quarterback. Hartman, a 6'1", 210 junior. Go out of the close formation, rooking it in motion near side to far side. Hartman with a longer count. Pitch to the right side, turning it up there is Mason Pascoe. Pascoe has good running room and has a Belle Vernon first down across the 50-yard line, or across the 48 and out to the 49-yard line.
Pascoe, the ball carrier, to the 49-yard line, stopped there by number 12 for Laurel Highlands, Ryan Pike.
He's their leading gainer, Vince. He has 123 yards on the, looks like 353 yards. I apologize. Right. That's a big, 2 big days.
Now they'll put him in the slot, and they're going to go from the gun. Man in motion to the near side. They're going to hand it to Zach Spano. Spano trying to make the turn. There's a flag on the play. Fike hits him. He stays on his feet and is finally brought down by a host of
the boot of the ball carrier for Belle Vernon.
Laurel Highlands Mustangs.
But we do have penalty flags.
Fike was able to hang on the play. Miguel Bumfield on the play as well. And there's a flag on the play, and it's going to be holding against Belle Vernon at the, and it looks like the spot of the foul is going to be the Laurel Highlands 48-yard line. So they'll march off the 10-yard penalty, move it back to the 42-yard line, and make it first down again and 17. Put Nolan Labuda to the boundary on the top. Hartman under center with a straight eye. 2 receivers to the top of the field. Pascoe has the football, has a lot of running room out to the 49-yard line. And down in the arms of Connor Basinger, and also coming up over there was Aaron Huey for the Mustangs. So that'll make it 2nd down and 10.
49-yard line. Okay, 2nd down and about
at
10.
the 49-yard line.
Got back to the original line of scrimmage.
All right. 2nd down and 10. I formation, I should say. Receivers to the top boundary. Pascoe has it again, and this time he is met and hit. Nice job by the front 4 of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, and coming up to make that stop, led the trip was Tanner Slavic.
Line of scrimmage by the Mustangs, number
50. It looks like they're going for it on 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
I wouldn't strike me as typical 4-down territory.
That's going to gain him about a yard to the midfield line. It's a third down.
Oh, third down. I'm sorry.
Third down. All right, they're going to go from the gun with a bodyguard.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a pitch right.
Hartman from the gun, looking, wants to throw. He's throwing out on the flat. The pass is going to complete to Rukkinen out there, and he is going to be wrapped up. Now he breaks a tackle into Laurel Highlands territory, down to about the 47-yard line. And it looked like Ryan Fike was in on that tackle. Ryan got up grabbing his hand. I think he was just adjusting his glove. So let's see. It's fourth down, and they will elect to kick the ball away.
I apologize. Vince, it seemed like the Leopards have been watching some film. Teams have been successful going to their right, the defense's left, either with pitches or quick passes like that.
This boy can pass for Laurel Highlands, number 3, Connor Basinger, number 25, Robbie Slater.
Slater and Basinger are back. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. It's going to take a Belle Vernon bounce, however, that saves him. It looks like it's going to be at about the 17-yard line.
Number 88, Cameron Guest.
That is where the Mustangs will put it in play. 9:13 to go in the first quarter. We are scoreless. We'll be back after this. You're watching Laurel Highlands football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. We are scoreless with 9:13 to go. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank with you, along with Jerry Dupay. Uniontown, or rather, here in Uniontown in my headset here. Laurel Highlands has the ball for the first time. Connor Basinger in the RPO. Fakes the handoff, coming to the near side, fends off the defender, tries to turn the corner, and is across the 20 and to the 22, losing his helmet down on the arms of Anthony Bertram.
Connor Basinger for Laurel Highlands. And we do have a whistle.
We had I thought I heard a whistle while that play was going on. Now the referees are going to huddle. Let's see what we're going to have here. The referee coming over to the near side. He's going to talk to head coach Jake Just.
Your officials tonight, the referee is Ron Dixon, umpire Tom Hoffman, linesman Lee McGinnis, line judge Mike Traver, side judge Bill Quinn, and the field judge is Matt Pritchard.
Okay, now they've talked to Jake Just. Whatever it is, Jake's kind of shaking his head.
And they're huddling again.
This is again. I'm not really sure what may have happened. Now he's coming. The referee's coming back over again. So,
was that blown dead?
I think it sounded to me like while the play was going on.
I'm not sure what the hand signal was, but I think they're starting over again. So
yeah,
kind of wipe out that 4-yard.
This is what you call the equivalent of a do-over.
A mulligan.
Basinger, who has run the RPO about as well as you can run it this year. 400 yards rushing, 300 yards passing. Kind of been Al Bundy-like numbers for him. Multiple touchdowns in all 3 games. All right, 9:03 to go. Let's try it again. 1st and 10.
Ooh.
Yep.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
No flag. And a swarming defense is going to bring down Shea DeSoe for no gain.
He kind of flinched there in the backfield and kind of crawled a little bit. I'm surprised they didn't call that.
Get about a yard on
Zay Zendrowski.
Making a 2nd and 9.
They'll give him a yard on the play. He definitely did lurch forward. I saw the same thing you did. All right, they'll come now with two receivers as a slot man to the near side. DeSoe is the lone setback. Basinger wants to throw, looking long, got a man out there, just a little bit too long for Daniel Izzy. And we've got a flag on the play.
For number 1, Daniel Izzy.
That flag is down around the 23-yard line.
It looks like it might be in a place where a receiver was bumped later or
it could be
held up.
Usually in the area of defensive holding, based on where the flag is. What the referees do is they throw the flag at the spot of the foul. So typically you don't see that, but it doesn't look that way.
Connor made the decision to throw the ball. The receiver went deep. Ryan Fike was open at about the 30-yard line, but by then Connor had already made his decision and he was in his windup.
Holding defense.
Holding defense.
All right, defensive holding.
That'll be a first down.
That's a first down because it is not 5 yards in high school. It's 10.
1st and 10, Laurel Highlands.
Oh, there's one first down.
There you go.
Referees are doing a lot of conferring.
Yes, they are. Well,
I don't usually see.
One of the things that you want to do, there's a frog that just walked in front of me. Did you see that frog? Please tell me you saw that frog. All right, first and 10
I didn't see
from the 29-yard line. Basinger keeps the ball across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Once again, Bertram is up there.
Number 7, Jake Fine for the Leopards.
Jake Fine also in on the stop, so it'll be second down now.
2-yard line.
And we'll call it 7.
There's a lot of tape on Connor running the RPO, so there's no surprise here.
Yeah, well, you might know what's coming. Knowing what's coming and stopping it are two different things, and Connor does a really good job of being able to read that. He's going to throw this time out in the flat, and the pass is going to be complete to Izzy. Izzy has the first down at the 40-yard line. Down there in the arms
Basinger's pass is complete
of
to
Jackson Jewell.
Izzy to the 41-yard line, 1st and 10, Laurel Highlands.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. A second, another timeout. 7:45 to go on a turning first quarter clock. No score. This is the first possession for the Mustangs. Basinger again with a man in motion. And they'll give it to the first man through again. That is Shea DeSoe to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Positive yardage on first down.
Gage Rogie.
Rogie is on the stop as well.
To the 45, it's a second down and 6.
I have a feeling we're going to be calling Rogie's number a lot.
I have a feeling. All righty. So far, Basinger decides to keep it. He's going to try to turn the corner. Connor's got a hold. Connor's got a first down. Down to the 46-yard line of Belle Vernon before he is finally brought down on play by Hunter Rukkinen. Once again, if you're not familiar with the RPO and what they're doing, Basinger will look like he's going to hand it off to the running back, and as he's doing that, he's looking at the defense. There's certain keys that he's looking for, and based on what he sees, he will either decide to let the fullback or the running back keep the ball. He'll pull it out and either run or pass it himself. Basic's going to throw this time. Has a man in the flat being chased. He's going to just run out of bounds ahead of a very quickly closing.
Forced out of bounds by number 45.
So there's the 9 yard. He lost the 9 yards that he picked up, but he's got to get rid of that ball. He has enough experience.
Yeah.
He should.
I don't think he had anybody to throw it to. I was surprised he just didn't throw it away.
That's what I mean. He has to get it to the trainer, to the Belle Vernon trainer. That was a valuable 9 yards that he lost there.
Yes, it is.
10 yards.
Well, when you make your bread and butter on the ground. All right. 2nd and 19. Swing pass out of the backfield. That pass is going to be complete out there to Robbie Slater.
Pass complete to number 25.
And Slater is going to get down to the across the 50 and down to the 48-yard line.
By number 9, Jackson Joel.
Let's see if they'll actually give him the 47. So almost
Ball
the
place at the 47-yard line.
almost the original time of scrimmage. Now we've got another conference with the referees. It'll be 3rd down and 11. See what the conference is here. Trying to see if I can read some lips. Might be a timing problem. Okay, let's see what we have. Jake just talking along with.
Barry, put the clock at 6:14.
They want to adjust the clock to 6:14.
I'm not sure who shouted that.
Okay. They never started the clock last day.
All right, so now we've got 3rd down and
11.
No, yeah, it's 11. If you look at the stick, it looks like 12. But it's definitely 11 because they're at the 47-yard line. They need to get to the 36 for a 1st down. Basinger in a long count. Now he's got the ball, looking is going to throw. Protection breaks down, throws it over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. He was trying to look over there for Slater, but he just never had time to get there because closing in from one side was Anthony Rebar, and closing in from the other side was Dakota Marion. So,
well, I think that would have been a little problematic, Vince, because I think Slater ran out of bounds and came back in.
Yeah,
so I don't know that would have been worked out exactly.
Good. All right, so Basinger in punt formation.
Punting for Laurel Highlands, number 3, Conor Basinger.
Bertram, and let's see who's on the far side there. Bertram and Rukinen. Basinger, nice kick, kicks the air out of the ball, except that it went off the side of his foot a little bit and goes out of bounds. And it's going to come all the way up to the 31-yard line. So not
22-yard punt.
It was a really good punt, except as far as distance, unfortunately, the direction was a little cat-a-corner. So 5:53 to go. We're scoreless, and Belle Vernon will put the ball in play when we come back. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network. Okay, now Belle Vernon with their 2nd possession. Once again, the handoff is to Pascoe. Pascoe breaks a couple of tackles. Slater finally brings him down, but it looks like Pascoe has got 9 yards out to the 40.
2nd down and 1.
So 2nd down and 1. Looks like when they can get him out in space, he's pretty effective there, Ricky.
Yeah, and again, I think that they are working on their right side, the offensive right side, the defensive left side with those passes and the runs.
All right, they're going to go to the other side now. That pass is out there, and it is complete out in the flat. Zach Spano has it. Ridden to the ground.
Stopped by the Mustangs, number 6, Miguel Dunfield.
And so that'll give them the 1st down.
47-yard line. It's a 1st and 10.
At the Belle Vernon 47-yard line, I formation. Conventional I. Pascoe has it. Lots of running room across the 50. Down to the 46-yard line where Ryan Bosley brings him down.
Looks like a pickup of about 7.
Stopped by the Mustangs, number 20.
The Mustangs are going to have to make contact before he gets past that first line. You don't want to tackle a guy 7 yards downfield.
Well, it's not good when we're calling the safety and the cornerbacks as making the tackles. But if you remember, Rick, this is how the Belle Vernon drive started in their first possession. They ripped off 2 real quick first downs, and then they kind of sputtered a little bit. Motion man coming to the near side. Hoffman is under center. Pitch to Pesco. Flags are down. They've got it strung out pretty well, but he still stays alive and manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard. We've got
there's another flag.
Another flag down.
It looked like there was a hold on the initial pitch.
Pasco is the ball carrier.
And then I think we've got a flag on Laurel. I think this is going to offset.
He ran a long way to pick up a yard.
He sure did. There's actually another flag. There's actually 3 flags on that play.
Yes, there are. Now, this is a good reason for the refs to confer.
Yeah, now, there's 2 on this side and 1 on the far side. There's a chance that the 2 on this side could be related, but the 1 on the far side will not.
I doubt it. The second one, actually, there was 4. The second one on this side came later.
Yes.
When they started to pile up on Pasco.
All right, let's see what we.
He didn't really say what the call was.
Whatever it is, the penalties will offset. The referee's microphone's not working tonight. Jake just would like an explanation of exactly what happened.
Well, we have offsetting penalties.
It looks like Laurel's penalty was the face mask, is what the referee just indicated to Jake.
And probably the first penalty was on Belle Vernon, one of the interior linemen held on that sweep.
Right. So we're right back where we started from. Replay the down from the spot. So 2nd down and 3 from the 46-yard line.
Well, Vince, when Pasco has 353 yards in 2 games, he is dangerous, and he already has 42 yards on 6 carries for an average of 7 yards.
You don't want the running backs to have an average of 7 yards. We are 4:06 to go in the first quarter. We are still scoreless, and again, the referees, this has been the most consultation I've seen here in recent memory with officials on plays.
Beautiful night out here in the 70s. There's no wind. It's dry finally.
Yeah, as I say, the big thing is no rain right now. Pasco, lots of running room. 1st down and down to the 28-yard line. And most likely saving a touchdown for Laurel Highlands was Miguel Brumfield.
Pasco down to the 30.
It's an 18-yard pickup.
He's stopped by number 6.
There's no question Pasco's fast and he's good. But the reason that he can rip off an 18-yarder is because of the offensive line open up a hole that you or I could go through.
I was going to say, I think I could have got 8 yards on that. The reason I couldn't have got more is that I ran out of breath. Pasco again, lots of running room. Down to the 21-yard line.
That'll be another
Miguel
first down.
Will bring him down there again. So Brumfield tackles him twice in a row.
The Leopards, and stopped this time by number 20, Riley Bosley, to the 21-yard line. 1st and 10.
Bosley also in on the tackle. So Belle Vernon knocking on the door on their second possession. 3:42 to go in the first quarter.
If he can rip off 70, right now he's at 8 yards a carry. If he can rip off 8 yards a carry, it's easy to see how he can run up the yard total.
All right, run blitz by Laurel Highlands, and they will get it this time. Shea Desault grabs a hold of a jersey and slows him up, and that gave enough time for Aaron Huey to come away and put him away.
And number 65, Aaron Huey for Laurel Highlands.
So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 from the 21-yard line.
Hopefully the Mustang defensive coaches can figure out a way to seal those holes up and not let him rip off those first 5 yards.
Well, they sold out that time on a run blitz, and they filled all the lanes. Now we have a flag. We have a whistle. No, I don't see a flag. I just hear a whistle.
The umpire was looking at, the referee was looking at Coach Humbert.
Still trying to figure out sideline warnings. Sideline warning. Okay, so let's recap. It's 2nd down and 10 for Belle Vernon at the Laurel Highlands 21. Lots of stuff going on in between plays. They're going to go from the gun. Hoffman will throw. Down in the corner, got a man there, and the pass is going to be just too far for Rukanen. And a little bit of contact down there, but they're going to keep the flags in the pocket. Having the coverage out there was Miguel Brumfield.
Keeping, yeah, and Ryan Fike and Rob Slater were there too.
So 3rd and 10 from the 21-yard line. This might be 4-down territory. Single setback, receiver to either side, the man on the slot. Receiver from the near boundary goes to the far boundary. That means 3 men to that side. Pasco's going to take the pitch and go that way. And the ball's loose on the ground. Everybody dives on it, and I believe the Mustangs have it. Oh, Nelly, they put the ball on the rug. See who comes up with the football.
65.
And it is number 65, Aaron Huey. So, oh, Nelly, that's a good way to put it away.
I couldn't see who ripped it away. It might have been Huey that ripped it off of him.
And then there was a scrum, and Huey got his big paw in there and collected it and said, oh, absolutely not. I am not going to let this go. So a big stop for Laurel Highlands here.
Huey the drive killer.
But again, just like the previous drive, if you look at it, Belle Vernon ripping off large chunks, and then all of a sudden, the LH defense makes an adjustment, and this time they come up with a turnover. Basinger to Slater, cuts inside, gets a block or two, picks his way through a couple of people.
25 with Robbie Slater.
Looks like he's out to the 27-yard line. So nice little play there for 5 yards.
Stop by number 42, Nino Kuntz.
Kuntz made the stop for Belle Vernon, but they'll take 5 on the play. We are at 2 minutes to go in the first half, or the first quarter rather, and we have no score on a gorgeous Friday night. It's been a long time, at least a week or so, since we've seen weather this nice. I'm just happy the wind stopped.
That was a nice throw by Slater, but what broke Slater was a kick-out block by Christopher. Ball's on the ground.
Now the ball's loose again, and Belle Vernon has it this time.
Fumble on the play.
Little mishandling there by Connor Basinger.
And it looks like that Jared Hartman, the quarterback, came up with the ball.
45.
Oh, 45.
Actually, I think it was.
Is by number 12, Jared Hartman.
I think it was
16-yard
Rogie that got the football.
1st and 10.
So now Belle Vernon back in business at the 16-yard line. Not exactly where you want to leave the football. So each team has left it on the rug once. Belle Vernon certainly takes a long time in coming out.
14 seconds on the play clock.
Hurry up.
Down to 9. Going to have to be a quick count. We can hear the coaches over there.
The coaches heard me.
Hoffman, lots of room. Now he's going to take it down and run across the 10 and down to the 6-yard line.
Close to a first down.
Yeah, looks like he's going to be a yard shy.
Stopped by the Mustangs, number 20, initially Riley Bosley.
So Jared Hartman picks up 9. 2nd down and 1.
At the 8-yard line.
Minute 13 to go.
2nd and 1.
That's a rare run for him.
He had absolutely no one open. I formation again. 2 receivers to the boundary. Pasco has the ball. Makes his way through. Fights his way down toward the goal line. Won't get there.
Pasco for Belle Vernon.
Looks like he's going to be down in the arms of Aaron Huey. Down to the 4-yard line. That'll be first and goal.
4-yard pickup. Gives him 75 yards on 11 carries.
Not bad. Not bad. Nice work. 75 yards in 1 quarter.
Clock's running down. That was a nice little stutter hesitation there by Pasco.
He shows a lot of patience trying to pick his hole. Then he can also turn it on. Pasco has it again. No, Hoffman keeps it. Hoffman's in the end zone for a Belle Vernon touchdown.
Quarterback keeper is number 12, Jared Hartman, for the touchdown, Belle Vernon.
So Hartman on a 4-yard run.
I didn't see the kicker warm up for Belle Vernon, Vince, so I'm not sure.
He can boot him. He can boot him.
The scouting report that I got, though, is that he's got a big leg.
Yes, he does.
All right.
This is number 88, Cameron Guess.
Cameron Guess at the post to the right.
The extra point.
And it's blocked.
It's number 88, Cameron Guess. And the kick is good. 22 seconds now left to go in our first quarter. It's Belle Vernon 7.
The kick was blocked, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, 22 seconds. No, it wasn't. They've got 7 up on the board, but I thought it was blocked. We'll sort it out and come back. 22 seconds to go in the first quarter. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Football Network.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
You don't have to travel to Pittsburgh to get good representation. We've been doing it since 1976. We've been successful. We can help you right here at home.
We know the nuances of the legal system in Uniontown in Fayette County. We know the nuances of the legal system in Waynesburg and in Washington.
We know the system. We know where the courthouse is, and we know where to park. And at our office, you can park for free.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Kicking off for Belle Vernon's number 88, Cameron Guess.
All right, welcome back to the Mustang Corral. During that break, Rick and I went to the optometrist because the kick did go up and through. And Guess will kick the ball out of the end zone.
He got a big leg.
Yeah. The scouting report was right.
Well, Jerry usually is.
Yeah.
Ball will be taken up.
So 22.3 seconds to go. 7-0 Belle Vernon on the strength of a 4-yard run by Jared Hartman.
I think that's only the 14th carry for Hartman this year. I think he had 12 before this.
Well, number 14 gets him into the end zone. So Laurel Highlands now, the turnover proves costly. Basinger. Dussault in the backfield. Shea has it, and Shea is going to get barely across the 20 brought down there by a host of Belle Vernon Leopards.
Number 1.
Leading the charge on there was Anthony Bertram.
Laurel Highlands. Stopped initially by number 1, Anthony Bertram for Belle Vernon.
So they'll give him a yard on the play, make it second down and 9.
And that ends
the first quarter of play with the score of Belle Vernon 7 and the Mustangs nothing. We'll be right back. You're watching Laurel Highlands football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, and Jerry DePay with you. Start the second quarter. Mustangs 2nd and 9 from their 21-yard line, trailing 7-0. So that turnover on the 21-yard line proves costly.
And the turnover by the Leopards proved not to be costly in the end.
No.
First and 10.
Neither team wants to put the ball on the ground, though.
From their own 21-yard line as we begin the second quarter.
Turnovers. Basinger from the RPO will drop right back. Was going to make a pass. He was looking over there for Tyler Christopher. But
broken up there by Labuda.
Labuda read it quickly and read it well, just maybe a step shy of being able to pick that off, and he had nothing but carpet in front of him. But the pass falls to the ground incomplete. 3rd down and 9 now for Laurel Highlands.
Labuda saw that play coming pretty much. He watched Connor, saw him that he was going to release it. Kind of lucky that he didn't jump that, and he made the right play, but lucky he didn't jump and go for 6.
He just made a late break on it. Basinger again. Straight drop, wants to throw, 4 men in the pattern, throws it long, and the pass is intercepted. And he's still on his feet is Rukanen, and Rukanen is going to be still on his feet, gets away from a host of Laurel Highlands players, gets to the outside, down to the Laurel Highlands 30-yard line, and a flag is going to be down, and it's going to be a
horse collar.
It's going to be a horse collar tackle, and bringing him down was Joey Conley, but that will be a horse collar that was called correctly by the Belle Vernon coaches up here. So it's outside the 30, so that 15-yard penalty will put it down to the 15.
Connor let go of that ball. There wasn't really anybody open. He threw it right in the middle of any of 3 defensive backs could have got that ball.
He was trying to get Daniel Izzy there, but Izzy was double covered, and the problem was that just at the point of release, Connor got crushed. So yes, it is a horse collar. So that 15-yard penalty is going to take the ball all the way down to the Mustang 15-yard line.
To the 15-yard line, where Belle Vernon
I think that's where he got tackled, isn't it? No, I'm sorry. I apologize.
At the 31.
I apologize.
Or at the 30, rather. .11:38 to go. 7-0, and Belle Vernon knocking on the door again. Pasco, but he is, actually that wasn't Pasco this time. They gave the ball to Rogie, and Rogie was stacked up by a host of
79
Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Leading that charge was John Sabatula.
Lost about 2 yards on the play, 2nd and 12.
So make it 2nd and 12. "11 minutes and 5 seconds to go on a turning second quarter clock. Mustangs trying to keep the Leopards out of the end zone. Hoffman to Pasco. Pasco turns the corner, tries to get outside, gets the edge, and is going to be brought down at the 15-yard line by Ryan Fike.
Actually, I think it's going to be at the 9.
It is. It's down at the 9.
Ryan Fike, number 25.
So
another 8-yard.
Make it third down now, and
9.
Third down and 3.
Third down and about 4.
Yeah, they'll mark it on the nose of the football, resting inside right on the 9-yard line, and it looks like they need to get to the 6-yard line for a first down.
Looks like we're going to get carry after carry by Pasco for Belle Vernon. No reason to stop doing it now.
Hey, dance with who brung you, right? Hoffman under center. LH on the run, but a big hole by Pasco. He's down to about the 2-yard line. Fike again on the stop.
He turned it to the right. He had open field there just to the left. Well, let's put it this way. That's what I can see from 50 yards away.
All right, so 1st and goal from the 1. What do you think they're going to do? Oh, wait, now we got a whistle.
Timeout?
Timeout, Laurel Highlands. So while the Mustangs take a timeout, so will we. 7-0 Belle Vernon leads. You're watching Laurel Highlands football on the South Union Township Sports Network. First and goal for Belle Vernon from the 1-yard line. Hoffman barking out the signals, gives it to Pasco and let him finish it, and he does. Into the end zone for a Belle Vernon touchdown.
21, Mason Pasco.
So with 9:53 to go in the second quarter, Belle Vernon on the board again. That will bring Cameron Guess.
Attempting the extra point, number 88, Cameron Guess.
At the post to the right. It's going to come out of a Nolan Labuda hold. Labuda puts it down, and the kick is up, and it is good.
It's over the fence.
And over the band, and over the bank, and down on the softball field. So with 9:53 to go in the second quarter, the Leopards take a 14-0 lead. We want to welcome everyone joining us now on WMBS. And
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
End over end kick will go out of bounds at the 3-yard line. .9:53 to go. Alrighty, we're staying right here with WMBS as well. Just having a little technical difficulties in getting our signals crossed here, but happy to have you with us. And we have more extracurricular activity.
Mustangs will begin 1st and 10. The ball to be in place to 35.
See what the call is?
The ball went out of bounds before it went into the end zone, so it's a legal procedure, and you get the ball 25 yards from the spot of the kick. So Laurel Highlands will put it in play at their own 35-yard line, needing desperately to get something to go, Rick.
Yeah, the Laurel Highlands has not been able to get anything going. Connor Basinger 1 yard on the ground and 18 yards in the air, 23 yards, I'm sorry, but he has an interception. And Shea Dussault only has 6 yards so far.
Pitch. This is Slater coming out of the backfield, makes a cut. Still on his feet, 40, 35, 50, down to the 45-yard line. Robbie Slater is finally brought down by Jake Fine, but not before he gets all the way down to the Belle Vernon 45-yard line.
Nice little 20-yard pitch there by Slater. Slater wiggled between two would-be tacklers and ripped off another 10 yards.
He made more moves than Allied Van Lines to get out of that one and was able to pick up some yardage. He had a defender standing right in front of him, and then all of a sudden he wasn't there.
Slater's very versatile. He can run, he can receive, and QB.
All right, slot to either side. Basinger keeps it. Connor's going to get about 2 yards. Very hard yardage there, down in the arms of, looks like it's John McCahill.
53, John McCahill.
As I said before, there's a lot of film on Connor Basinger, and so teams are not fooled. They're not surprised when Connor tucks it and then goes, and the linebacking core was not fooled and brought him down right away.
The big key here is for mechanics. Connor's got to be able to hide the football. Fike in motion. Fike takes the pitch going the other way. Gets a nice seal block on the outside and is down to the 40-yard line. Boy, did Slater give him a nice block to spring him to the edge and got him down to the 40-yard line. That will bring up a 3rd down and 4.
A 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 4. Ball, nose of the football resting on the 40-yard line of the Belle Vernon Lepers, trying to see if the Mustangs can answer here. Ricky, I think we may be in 4-down territory for Laurel Highlands right now. Like in motion, Basinger will keep it. Was going to pitch it, lost containment, turns the corner, and gets knocked out of bounds at about the, well, we'll see where they're going to mark it, 37-yard line?
36. It looks like he's about a yard short.
So 4th down, let's see what Jake Just wants to do if he's going to be a Mississippi Riverboat gambler here.
4th and 1.
I'd go for it, and it looks like that's what they're going to do.
You know, another thing that Connor does well, he doesn't make many mistakes pitching the ball.
No.
He puts a underhanded spin on it, and that way the ball spirals into the runner's hands.
Well, and the big key, too, there was he lost pitch relationship with his back, so he decided to keep it. So, again, 2 ways to take care of the football. And they give the ball to Shea Dussault, and Dussault has the 1st down out across down to the 30-29-yard line of Laurel Highlands. So kind of surprising that they were able to pick up 4 yards on that play. A nice testament to the big uglies up front for Laurel Highlands.
This is the first real drive that Laurel Highlands has put on this half in this game so far. Everything else has been sputtered. It's been 2 or 3 downs and then a turnover.
Laurel Highlands trying to counterpunch now. 3 men to the far boundary. Basinger will throw, and it is in and out of the hands of Slater at the 30-yard line. Looks like Robbie might have had some room out there.
Connor Basinger's pass incomplete. Number 25, Robbie Slater.
Connor has put the ball up 6 times already, which is about his game average.
Right.
And we still have 7 minutes to go in the first half.
I think we're going to see a lot more passing because of the fact that you said there's a lot of tape on Laurel Highlands' running game right now. So you need to do some things to change that a little bit. 2nd and 10 from the 29. Basinger keeps the ball. Pitch relationship, gives it to Fike. Fike gets a nice block and is down to the 21-yard line. That was Izzy on the far side that got him, was able to seal the defender toward the boundary and allowed Fike to turn that up. And he's got the first, there he's down close to the first down. It looks like it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
On that play, Fike actually got a little bit ahead of Connor. So when he pitched the ball, he pitched it forward, and had that been dropped, it would have been an incomplete pass. But
that's
fortunately, Brian was able to pick up 7.
Slater in motion into the backfield. Now he'll step back into the slot. They're changing the play. Shea Dussault has the first down, breaks the tackle, and is all the way down to the 6-yard line, where he's finally knocked off balance by Jackson Jewell, who almost undressed him there. Looked like he was going to pull his jersey off.
Damani Johnson.
Nice 17-yard pickup.
The 6-yard line, 1st and goal, Mustang.
Shea encountered resistance at about the 2nd level at the linebacker line and busted through that and was able to pick up another 10 yards.
All right, here we go. 1st and goal from the 6. Give us to Slater. Slater gets down to about the 4.
Robbie Slater.
Brought down there by a host of players led by Eric Oblak. And then also coming up there was Gage Rogie.
Pickup of 2. There was that spiral pitch by Connor. And one thing that Belle Vernon is doing a good job of is staying in their lanes, and that way they have a good angle, and they were able to contain Robbie Slater.
Izzy to the far boundary. Christopher to the near boundary, and now we have a whistle and
timeout.
Belle Vernon wants to talk about it, so we'll step out as well. 5:24 to go in the 2nd quarter. Belle Vernon leads Laurel Highlands 14-0. You're listening to High School Sports Night on WMBS and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands. 2nd down and 4 for Laurel Highlands with 5:24 to go, trying to cut the Belle Vernon lead at half. Leopards lead it by 2 touchdowns. But a fairly impressive drive there, Rick.
Yeah, I know that a number of guys go both ways, but I'm sure the defense is glad to be off the field.
Absolutely.
And the Mustangs are moving the chains.
All right, 2nd and goal from the 4. Basinger reads the option, decides to keep it, turns the corner, breaks the tackle, and Connor's in for a Laurel Highlands touchdown.
For the touchdown is number 3, Connor Basinger for Laurel Highlands.
So with 5:21 to go, Basinger, who was the Al Bundy of Laurel Highlands, scoring multiple touchdowns. If you remember, Al Bundy used to brag about scoring 4 touchdowns in a high school football game. That was his claim to fame if you watched Married with Children. So Basinger with a 4-yard run.
I'm sure half of our audience wasn't born then.
Izzy at the post to the left will come out of a Basinger hold. Well, rather a Dussault hold. Dussault puts it down. Izzy boots it up, and it is straight through and good. So they'll come back up the field with 5:21 to go in the second quarter. The Mustangs have cut it in half. Belle Vernon 14, Laurel Highlands 7. We're going to step out. You're listening to High School Sports Night, brought to you by Radcliffe Law on WMBS and on the South Union Township Sports Network.
We go for another section game. In fact, all the
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Okay, back at the Mustang Corral. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, Jerry DuPay with you. Welcome to WMBS audience listening on the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night.
Is number 5, Nolan Wabuda.
Izzy boots the air out of the ball all the way back to the 5-yard line.
That's Pasco.
And Pasco gets it all the way out to the 36-yard line. He's doing it all tonight.
Number 21, Mason Pasco.
Pasco has 85 yards so far on, what is that, Ricky?
14 carries.
14 carries for 85 yards.
We'll show you how few plays Laurel Highlands has run, Vince. That 4-yard dive there by Connor was only his 6th carry in the half. He would probably have 10 or 15 by now.
That's right. Okay, 5:16 to go. Belle Vernon has the ball on their own 37-yard line. Hoffman will lead them out of an I formation. Rogie will come in motion near side to far side. I'm sorry, this Rukanen. Guess who? Pasco breaks a tackle at the point of attack and is able to carry a defender.
Looks like about 4 yards.
For 4 yards.
That's a win.
Yeah, and that was Tanner Slavic who made the stop.
Pasco, the ball carrier.
So give him 4 on the play. We'll make it second down and 6.
Well, it looks like Laurel Highlands made some very good adjustments on offense
to the 41-yard
line. Drive that ball. You would probably know. I didn't know the time of possession. See if the defense can do it.
Pasco again met at the 45-yard line and dropped. Robbie Slater was there. Had some help on the play by John Sabatula.
Stop by number 79, John.
And it looks like the Mustangs defense has made some adjustments. That's 2 4-yard carries. That's a much better average.
What it looks like they're doing, Ricky, is it looks like they're using a run blitz with their linebackers to close up their holes and really selling out to the pass.
Well, we'll see if Hartman does put the ball in the air.
9 men in the blocks right now.
And the freight train pushed him another 5 yards for a first down.
Jared Hartman has the first down.
On the quarterback keeper to the midfield line.
To midfield.
1st and 10, Leopards.
So 1st and 10, Belle Vernon from midfield. 4:01 to go in a turning second quarter clock. Leopards 14, Mustangs 7. They started out much like a boxing match with the two fighters trying to feel each other out and then starting to land some punches here.
Hartman keeps
the ball and has a first down to the 40-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark him shy at the 41. So 4th and 1. Everybody was looking for Pasco there, including me. And so it was Hartman.
It didn't look like Hartman runs that play very often. It looked a little, not quite clunky, but it doesn't look like they'd run that play very often.
It doesn't look nearly as smooth as when Laurel Highlands does it. High formation receiver to either side. Working into the near side. Fake to Pasco. Hartman will roll. Throw to Rukin. No, that's actually going to be Anthony Bertram. Bertram down to the 20-yard line where Basinger throws him out of bounds. It'll actually be, they're going to spot him at the Laurel Highlands 24. So out of bounds, stopping the clock with 2:58 to go.
17-yard pass.
Belle Vernon.
You were asking about time of possession for that last Laurel Highlands drive?
Yes.
4 minutes and 31 seconds.
Okay, well that was considerably better.
Would Heather Jordan please report to the bottom?
And they went 65 yards in that time.
I don't think the Mustangs were expecting that pass play, but as you said, they're selling out for the run.
Pasco in motion way to the outside. So they give the ball this time to Rogie, and Rogie has good running room and is going to be all the way down to about the 13-yard line. That'll be good enough for another Belle Vernon first down.
10-yard pickup. I think the Mustangs were a little surprised with Rogie in motion there, way out to almost past the numbers.
They sent him almost as a decoy out of the play. I think they wanted to get a look and see if he was being spied. And if he had been being spied, that meant that the defender would have gone out there with him.
Or to set up some other play here in the rest of the game.
Now they're going from the gun. Going to the end zone's got a man there and in and out of the hands of Hunter Rukkinen. Hartman laid it right there, so the pass was incomplete.
He was wide open.
Sure was. And the ball was there. If you look on the replay, watch whenever he goes to catch the ball, he turns his head just a little bit, and that moved his hands, and that's why he dropped the ball. You folks on radio are going to have to take my word for that. All right, they'll go again. From the gun with a bodyguard, that's...
We have a whistle. Stoppage
what do we got
in play.
now? Stoppage in play. We got a timeout. We got something.
The play clock was at 7. Is it a timeout?
Stop the clock. They're going over to Belle Vernon. We have had
to the bench. They're not going all the way to Belle Vernon.
No, they're not. They're going over to the Belle Vernon bench. That's correct. And Belle Vernon has come over. Now they're starting the clock again.
But they're starting it at 7.
But the clock's not running. Now they're stopping it again.
I think they're saying to reset the clock. The referee gave a hand signal to reset
it.
That's right. I wonder what that was.
I have no idea what was going on there. Hoffman, 2nd and goal. Pasco for the touchdown. Right up the middle.
And into the end zone for the touchdown is number 21, Mason Pasco.
second touchdown of the night.
Was that a 5-yard run?
12-yard run.
12-yard run. Yeah, that's what I said. Pasco with a 12-yard run.
That puts Pasco over the century mark at 105 yards.
Point, number 88.
We have Guess on for the extra point.
All right. Out of a Labuda hold, Guest puts it up and boots it through, and the kick is up and good.
And
so they'll come back up the field with 2:31 to go in the first half. Belle Vernon has answered. They now lead 21-7 over Laurel Highlands. You're listening to the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night and Mustangs football on the South Union Township Sports. On the Laurel Highlands
number 88, Cameron Guess
for the South Union Township Sports Network, and welcoming our listeners from WMBS, where we're listening to the Burrell and Uniontown game, which is at halftime 48-0, Burrell leading that game. All right, here comes the kick, end over end, and it's going to go back into the end zone, and it doesn't matter because in high school football you can't run it out of the end zone. That'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 20-yard line. So we're going to see if Laurel Highlands with 2 timeouts has a chance that they can move it down and get some points here. And the one thing you don't want to do is make a mistake.
Well, they showed themselves and Belle Vernon that they can move the ball down the field, move the chains. So they just need to play their game, run their game.
All right, here we go. 2:31 to go. Connor Basinger in the RPO formation. Basinger will keep it. Got a big hole. Connor turns it upfield down to the out to the 30 and to the 31-yard line, where he's finally in the arms of Dakota Marion.
Hunter Rakonen.
And Rakonen was there. Laurel Highlands again going without a huddle.
1st and 10 Mustangs.
1st and 10 Laurel Highlands.
There's someone.
Basinger keeps it again. Huge hole, gets to the outside, and saving an even bigger gain is Hunter Rakonen. But it looks like that he's got a first down.
Another 11-yard run.
Another 1st and 10 Mustangs.
Basinger gets this on again, and maybe this no huddle's got them a little on their heels.
Stop by number 42 and Nino Kuntz.
Good idea by the coach Just.
All right. Dussault gets maybe 1-2 yards on the play. Dakota Marion on the stop.
Dussault, Shea Dussault, 7 carries for 35 yards.
The pitch is to Robbie Slater. Slater has a hole. It closed up quickly, but not before Robbie was able to get out to the 48-yard line. That hole closed quickly in the form of Nolan Labuda. 1:30 to go on a turning clock. 3rd down and 3. Laurel Highlands still with 2 timeouts left. Basinger wants to throw. Now he'll take it down, rolling to the side. Trying to finesse it, and it's incomplete. Chanel Thomas was his intended receiver, and the pass was broken up by Hunter Rukanen.
Chanel Thomas, incomplete.
So let's see. I think they're going to go for it here, Ricky.
4th down.
A minute 18.
4th and 3.
Wonder if they're going to go with a long count and see if they can draw them, and then just burn a timeout and punt it away, because Belle Vernon has 2 timeouts. Basinger. Short snap. They are going to run it. And Basinger will going to be brought down at the midfield.
Hunter Basinger.
I think he was about a yard short. He was brought down to 49.
Maybe to the 49 of Belle Vernon.
So Nino Kunitz stopped the first down, and the ball will go over.
Where Belle Vernon will take over on downs.
All right, now going to have a big play now for a big stand for the Mustangs defense. You don't want to give up another set of points right here by the end of the half. Belle Vernon will have 1 minute and 18 seconds and a pair of timeouts to deal with.
They're on the 49, so they have 51 yards to score.
A touchdown, but don't forget, they have a very good kicker in the name of Cameron Guess. Hartman with a bodyguard. 4 receivers in the pattern, throwing over the middle, and the pass is going to be complete. And a first down for Nolan Labuda.
Pass is complete to
17-yard pass. Another
Labuda for a first down. And what a mistake. Belle Vernon just made a mistake. We'll take it. Belle Vernon will call a timeout. 21-7. They lead the Mustangs. 1 minute and 13 seconds to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back. You're listening to high school football on the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night and on the South Union Township Sports Network. Good. Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. First and 10, Belle Vernon with 1:13 to go. But what I was saying about the timeout, Rick, the clock stopped on the first down.
Yes,
they didn't need to call a timeout, so they kind of burned one that they really didn't need to. Hoffman again. Gives it Pasco was hit. Hoffman kept the ball, and he's down, and there's a flag on the play. He's down to the 23-yard line. It was a shoestring tackle, so I have a feeling it's going to be against Belle Vernon.
It was a shoestring tackle by Dussault. Great tackle.
But I want to tell you that Pasco got hit when they looked like he right on the play action fake. And it is holding against Belle Vernon.
And that's why Hartman was so wide open to run.
That'll take the ball back.
Because I can tell you, Pasco wasn't going anywhere.
Well, it'll now be a first down and 15.
On the replay, you'll be able to see who leveled him, but they definitely weren't letting Pasco go anywhere.
If they had handed him the ball, he would have been done. It would have been a 4 or 5 yard loss. As it is, it's a 5-yard loss now by the time you get the penalty out. So first and 15 for Belle Vernon. 51 seconds to go. They took their good old time.
Why's the clock running? Why's the clock running? Because he cranked it.
The coaches are talking about the clock running.
Yep. And Hartman rolling, going to throw it, and coming back, making a nice play at the 13-yard line is Hunter Rukkinen. Good enough for a first down.
Hunter Rukkinen.
So Rukkinen has the first down.
Ball is at the 18-yard line.
They don't need to really call a timeout, but they're going to do it anyway.
And it's a first and 10.
We'll keep it right here.
And Belle Vernon calls their final timeout.
The clock ran.
Rick,
the clock ran, and I'm not really sure what that was about.
Because the referee cranked it. I saw him crank it. That's why the clock started.
No, I don't. I don't doubt that the.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea why.
But obviously, the Belle Vernon coaches aren't happy.
Penalty. Wait a minute. offensive penalty. I think when it's an offensive penalty, I think. Otherwise, you could have offenses creating, creating penalties. Jake Just is out there. Not really sure what that's all about. All right, 1st and 10 from the 19. 34 seconds to go. Belle Vernon is out of timeout. Screen pass. Complete to Rukkinen.
Oh, there was a
breaks
hold there.
The tackle at the 5, down to the 3. It's a first down.
Pasco got away with the tackle.
From Jared Hartman to number 17, Hunter Rukkinen. Down to the 8-yard line.
So they're down to the 8.
Goal, Belle Vernon.
25 seconds to go.
A lot of whistles going on.
Now, wait, we got lots of whistles now.
Is that another timeout?
Officials timeout. I think they're going to make some changes to the clock here. I have no idea.
This has been for the officials, this has been a little bit confusing.
Let me see what we can get here.
A lot of official timeouts in this first half.
There's a whole lot of guy putting his hands up. So.
Bring it back over. They have to get the fuse off the field.
All right.
Oh, I think we have something on the field that they're gonna
puke right there. See it?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna step out right now. 21-7. Belle Vernon leads with 21.6 seconds to go. They've got to do some cleanup on the field. We'll be back. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Turn it down back.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
All right, back to the Mustang Corral. 21.6 seconds to go. The janitorial staff is taking care of the stuff that was on the field, and we're ready to go. Hartman will run, and Hartman will run for a touchdown.
8-yard run.
It's an 8-yard run. 15.3 seconds to go. All right, that kind of hurts a little bit. 20.
The extra point will be number 88, Cameron Guess.
Guess out of Labuda, hold at the post to the right. The snap is down, and the kick is up, and it is good.
The point attempt is good.
So with 15 seconds to go, 28-7, Belle Vernon now leads Laurel Highlands, and a flurry of scores here in the last 4 minutes for Belle Vernon. So we'll come up with the field with 15.3 seconds to go, and we'll step out. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
All right, welcome back to the Mustang Corral. We've got 15 seconds to go. Guess will kick off.
Yes. That date to receive is number 6, Miguel Brunfield for Laurel Highlands.
Miguel Brunfield hasn't had a chance to return a kick yet. Cameron Guest, the 6'0", 190 junior kicker, approaches the ball and swings his leg. And looks like we're going to get a chance for a return. Gets out there. Oh, breaks the tackle. Good running room out to the 32-yard line.
Brunfield to the 30.
So Brunfield out to the 30 with 9.2 seconds to go.
Number 6.
End zone.
Make that the 26-yard line. My apologies.
That turned out okay. When he caught the ball right with his heel on the goal line,
I thought they might blow it dead.
I thought that he would let it go through.
All right, Laurel Highlands with 2 timeouts, but just 9 seconds to go. Something tells me they're not going to try anything.
Well, you would be wrong.
Basinger keeps it.
And he goes out of bounds.
He gets out of bounds with 3 seconds to go. So let's see now if they got it close enough where they feel comfortable just to heave one up.
First down, 13 yards on that.
(28-7). All right, here we go. Basinger over the middle. The pass is complete. Fight gets away from one defender, but won't be able to get away from the next wave, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line, and that will end the half. So, 2 chapters of our novel have been written tonight. Right now, we don't like the plot twist. Belle Vernon leads it 28-7. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruth Hart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
All right, welcome back. It's halftime here at the Mustang Corral. Belle Vernon leads 28-7 over our Mustangs with a flurry of scores in 21 points in little over 8 minutes in the second quarter for Belle Vernon. This game started, the teams kind of counterpunched a little bit. And then Belle Vernon took advantage of a turnover, and Jared Hartman went in for 4 yards out for a touchdown. And Connor Guess's kick was good to make it 7-0. And then another turnover gave good field position to Belle Vernon, and Mason Pasco went over from 1 yard out. Guess's kick with 9:15 to go in the second quarter made it 14-0. Then, Laurel Highlands put together a nice little drive going in 4 minutes and 21 seconds. They went 65 yards. Connor Basinger clobbered it off with a 4-yard run. And Izzy's kick made it 14-7. But then very quickly, Belle Vernon answered. Pasco went in for 12 yards out. Guess's kick made it 21-7. And then the Mustangs went for it on 4th and 4 from midfield with minute 18 to go, and Connor Basinger was dropped just a yard shy, and that gave the Belle Vernon Leopards good field position, and they capped off that drive. Hartman goes in with his second touchdown, an 8-yard run with 15 seconds to go, and that's how we got to 28-7. And Rick's got some statistics, and probably the biggest one is going to be Mr. Pasco.
Yeah, well, Belle Vernon Leopards were very productive on the ground. Jared Hartman, he himself had 36 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Mason Pasco had 17 carries for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. And those were the only 2 ball carriers for the Leopards. Jared Hartman had 56 yards on the air. Altogether, the 56 yards in the air, 141 yards on the ground, 197 yards for the Leopards. The Mustangs started to pick it up in the second quarter a little bit. They really couldn't get anything going in the first quarter. Connor Basinger in the air, he was 4 for 9 for 38 yards, and unfortunately an interception, Vince. He had 9 carries for 48 yards, which is, he got some bigger carries.
That's pedestrian for him.
That's pedestrian, although he did have some, at the end of the half, he had some bigger carries.
Yeah, on that last touchdown drive.
Shea Deso, he had 7 carries for 35 yards. So the Mustangs really couldn't get things going. 38 yards in the air, 77 yards on the ground for a total of 115. So 197 to 115, and it was even a little bit more lopsided than that until that drive.
And it wouldn't have been so bad, except that 2 of those scores, Belle Vernon was set up in excellent field position, so that kind of created a situation where when you've only got 21 yards to go, it's really difficult for your defense to keep coming up with those stops, especially in high school, with a running game such as Belle Vernon's.
Well, and the defense was on the field a lot. And once Mason Pasco started, once he got going, it was hard to stop him.
It looked like what happened was they started to key on him and they started to take him away, and that's when Hoffman started to run. So, it's kind of been a two-pronged crunch.
Although Hartman put the ball in the air more than I thought he would. He had 56 yards in the air, so that wasn't too bad for them.
Not too bad. So that is the story at halftime. Belle Vernon leading 28-7. We've got 2 more chapters. Let's hope this is a major plot twist coming up. You're watching Mustang football on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar. Smith, Lewis & Chess, Financial Services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral, ready to start the second half. Laurel Highlands will receive. Cameron Guest to kick off. Mustangs will move left to right through your living room. So get yourself cozy, get your favorite beverage, and let's rock. Guest approaches the ball high and end over end. It'll be fielded in the end zone, and it will be a touchback.
Brumfield steps into the end zone. We'll bring the ball to the 20-yard line where Laurel Highlands will begin 1st and 10.
All righty. Thank you very much, Brian and Soup. Good to hear from you guys. We'll take it here. 11:57 to go in the third quarter. 28-7. The Belle Vernon Leopards lead the Mustangs on the strength of 2 very quick touchdowns near the end of the half. Actually, 2 in the space of 2 minutes. So Laurel Highlands with their first opportunity.
You made a big error there. You forgot about Tony. Tony, it's a 3-man box, man.
I'm sorry, Tony.
He's the glue that holds that team together.
My apologies there, Tony. All right, Basinger out to the 25-yard line. I didn't realize that Big T was there tonight.
Up by number 42, Nino Kuntz.
They struggle with him when he's not there.
Yeah, well, I thought he only played the par 5s.
45-yard line.
All right, second down and 5.
4-yard pickup for Connor.
Actually, I think they gave him 5. Because I initially thought 4-2, and then I looked at the board.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right.
I thought it was 4-2. They must have given him a little more forward progress.
Well, Beginning stick is on the 20.
Yeah. All right, got the pitch out to Robbie Slater. Slater makes a move across the 25 and maybe the 26, if he's lucky, the 27, but I doubt it. So gain of 1. That will bring up a third down and 4. Rakonen on the stop.
Slater has 43 all-purpose yards, 14 yards receiving, and 29 yards on the ground. He's the third leading rusher for the Mustangs. Good to have that utility guy, that utility knife.
Sure is. All right, from the gun. Basinger out quick, and he misfires, looking for Slater in the flat. Drawing the coverage over there was Jake Fine.
4th down.
So that'll bring up 4th down and 3 yards to go, and the Mustangs will punt it away.
I think that there was a little miscommunication there between the two, Vince. Looked like the receiver turned in and Connor thought he was going to, I'm sorry, he turned out and Connor thought he was going to square in.
Mm-hmm.
Who's covering the split ends over here?
All right. Basinger in punt formation. And we have a whistle, and it looked like somebody on Laurel Highlands move.
7.
Legal procedure against Laurel Highlands.
It is a legal procedure against the Mustangs, so it'll back them up 5 more yards.
The Mustangs did not need to go 3 and out here, or 4 and out here on this drive. They really needed to control the ball for a while and keep it out of the Leopards' hands.
Absolutely. All right, Basinger stands at his own 5. Good snap. End over end, but it's short. And it's going to be taken. Oh, and dropped immediately.
The Buddha on the catch.
Yeah, and then he was dropped as soon as he caught it.
That's number 5. No
For everybody on WMBS, Vince, here's a nugget.
Number 6, Miguel Brumfield.
The video broadcast of this game will be shown Sunday at 6 and Tuesday at 7 o'clock on Atlantic Broadband and Channel 17, and on the Armstrong Cable
61.
Network on Channel 61. And it will be on the YouTube network, so you can send it to your Aunt Mary in Atlanta.
All right, Hoffman will throw again over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. Hartman was looking for...
Second down.
Looked like they were looking for Jackson Jewell out there, perhaps? Yes.
Looked like Pasco on that. Hartman had all kinds of time back there.
He just overthrew the receiver. He had him if he had thrown the ball lower.
He was open. He just sat down in that zone behind the linebackers and in front of the D-backs.
Hartman just didn't follow through with it. Pasco will go straight ahead, and he'll pick up 8. Tyler Christopher makes the stop.
41.
So that'll make it 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 3.
That's Mason Pasco's 18th carry for 113 yards. He's the bulk of the offense. He's more than half of the Leopard offense.
All right. And Rogie gets the ball this time, and Rogie has the first down. Down in the arms of Laurel Highlands' John Sabatula.
3-yard pickup for Rogie.
Rogie, the ball carrier, to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10, the Leopards.
And they give it to Rogie again, and the ball's loose. Everybody's jumping on it. I think Rogie got it himself.
Once again, they do have a fumble on the play.
I think Rogie got it.
Rogie tried to run over the defensive back there, and somehow the ball squirted loose.
He was able to get back his own fumble.
Looks like he got it back.
At the 25-yard line.
Another 8-yard pickup for Rogie.
Actually, it was Hayden Barron. It was Hayden Barron who actually recovered it. So second down now and 3 or 2.
They're saying 1.
He will throw. Got a man there, and the pass is caught for a touchdown to Hunter Rukkonen.
Hartman's pass is complete to number 17, Hunter Rukkonen.
So Rukkonen makes the reception. It's a 25-yard pass.
That was a beautiful touch there by Hartman.
Attempting the extra point, number 88.
Rukkonen got behind the 2 defensive backs in the corner there. Obviously, Rukkonen and Hartman have worked on that play a lot.
And the ball is down, and the kick is up, and it is through and good.
And the extra point attempt is good. 9:19 now left to go in our third quarter. It is Belle Vernon 35.
With 9:19 to go in the third quarter, Laurel Highlands draws first blood in the second half. They lead 35-7. We're going to step out. You're listening to High School Sports Night, brought to you by the Radcliffe Law Firm, and also watching the Laurel Highlands Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Game tomorrow, as both of those teams are near the top of the standings, so it'll be a big game tomorrow.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Seems like we just did this. Guess is ready to kick again.
And back again for Laurel Highlands, number 6, Miguel Brumfield.
We did 2 minutes and 41 seconds ago.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right. All right. Guess to kick to Brumfield. Line drive kick into the end zone, and that will be it. We will come out to the 20-yard line.
Ball will be brought out to the 20-yard line where Laurel Highlands will begin. 1st and 10.
Wow, Guess has a leg. He kicked that ball, and it just landed on the back of the end zone line, and it's a long way for a junior to be kicking the ball.
You don't see a lot of high school kids kick the ball through the end zone.
I would imagine he's been talked to and had some letters and had some offers.
Oh, I'm sure there are from some folks looking at him. All right, Basinger gives the ball to Dussault. Dussault gets... Actually, it was Basinger that kept it. Whoa, was that a nice fake? He faked me out. Rukkonen made the stop.
Connor does a good job of tucking that ball where
17,
not even Jerry's zoom-in camera can see it.
That's right. And you got to be pretty good to beat Jerry. He's the savvy old veteran here. Well, I don't know much about the old, but he's the savvy veteran. All right, Basinger from the 25. And Dussault is wrapped up, gave maybe a yard on the play. It looked like a team portrait of the front four of the Belle Vernon Leopards.
Robbie Slater, no gain, 3rd down.
This is starting to look like the first quarter, Vince, where Mustangs couldn't get anything going.
Right.
When the second quarter they did move the ball. Now it appears that at halftime that the Leopards have made some adjustments.
3rd and 3, pitch to Slater. Slater across the 30. And out to the 32. Looks like he's going to have the first down.
7, Jake Fine.
Fine ran him out of bounds, but not before.
32-yard line, but it's enough for
Robbie Slater gets a first down for Laurel Highlands.
And again, we take it for granted. Other teams, other quarterbacks haven't been able to do it as well. But Connor really does a good job of pitching the ball right to where the runner can catch it.
All right, give the ball to the first back through. That is Shea Dussault. Dussault is out to the 42-yard line.
Shea Dussault, the ball carrier for Laurel Highlands.
4-yard pickup.
Top by number 1. Anthony.
Laurel Highlands going no huddle now, Rick.
Well, that's where they seem to get some traction in the middle of the first half. Middle of the second quarter.
Basinger keeps the ball. Turns upfield. Good running room. Connor Basinger has the first down all the way out to the 48-yard line before he was finally brought down on the play by Nolan Labuda.
To the 48-yard line.
That's the kind of running that we're accustomed to Connor Basinger ripping off. One thing that the Leopards do pretty well is open field tackling. You haven't seen the Mustangs be able to rip off 50 yards.
Nothing on a break. No broken tackles. All right, Basinger again. Keeps the football. Gets out around the corner. Basinger has the sideline. And let's see where they're going to mark him out of bounds. It looks like he's all the way down to the 43-yard line of Belle Vernon.
Correction, 42-yard line.
Ian Maloney ran him out on the far side. Second down and 3. Make it 2. Second down and 2 from the 43-yard line. 6:57 to go. Pitch is coming to Ryan Fike. Fike trying to get the corner and will not get it. Actually loses a yard on the play. Nice backside coverage by Rakonen and also Anthony Bertram.
When you see the replay on that on the South Union Township Network, you'll see Rob Slater really tried to make that block to open up that end, and he just couldn't move the defender, the cornerback. Might have been a linebacker.
Now we've got another mystery whistle.
Somebody threw up again?
Let's see what's going on.
For those of you on the radio, this game has been filled with a number of mystery whistles. I'd say we've had about half a dozen so far. And then the referee, it requires the referee to go over to Coach Just and then across the field to Coach Humbert and explain what's going on. There's no hand signal. There's no call.
They want this clock reset.
Okay, that makes sense. We're getting some hand signals from an LH coach.
All right, so they reset the clock to 6:54, and they'll start it.
Ball's on the Belle Vernon 44-yard line.
Third down and 3. 2 receivers to the boundary and 2 slot men, and Shea Dussault has the first down. He's down to the 40-yard line, and he's down there in the arms of Colin Pilata. But LH, again, they seem to have stumbled onto something here, Ricky, on this no huddle.
It's a 1st and 10.
The no huddle has helped them. Laurel Highlands made an adjustment. Now, Belle Vernon has made an adjustment. Now Laurel Highlands does with this no huddle.
35-7. Belle Vernon leads. 6:22 to go. Basinger gives it to Dussault. Shea's down to about the 41-yard line. And down there in the arms of Colin Pilata again.
Stop by number 70, Colin Pilata.
Actually down on the 36-yard line.
Yeah.
37.
37, second down and 7.
Steady dose of 4-yard runs by Dussault.
We'll take that. Basinger. Oh, he's not going to get the corner this time. Coming up and blowing that play up was Nolan Labuda.
Line is scrimmage by number 5.
The other person that blew that up, Vince, was Anthony Bertram. He was the corner. Connor was looking to pitch the ball, but Bertram was standing right there, and he would have pitched it right into Bertram's arm, so he had to tuck it up, and the play went nowhere.
All right, losses all the way back to the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 10 now. Basinger will throw. Rolling to the near side. Basinger going long. Got a man out there, and the pass is going to be complete.
It's incomplete. It fell when he hit the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Connor Basinger's pass intended for number 1, Daniel Izzy, is incomplete.
Izzy had it in his hands. I had to move around to the other window, and as I did that, he dropped the ball. Oh, man.
He had some help dropping the ball there from, looks like, number 9, Jackson Jewell, who was going stride for stride with Izzy.
It looked like Izzy had it, and as I said, I had to look around the pole to the other window, and in that time it was dropped.
Izzy needs to fight for that ball.
All right, 4th and 10. Mustangs are going to do it. They're going to run a screen, and it's intercepted by a lineman. Picked off by Hayden Barron, and Barron returns it all the way to the 26-yard line. Oh, my.
That was a great play by the defensive lineman. Connor didn't flip it up high enough, didn't get enough air under it. I didn't see who the intended receiver was. It was actually a nicely set up screen pass, but the defender was not fooled on that at all.
He's got to get that up a little higher to get it over that guy, and he just couldn't do it.
And if you watch it on the South Union Township Sports Network, the replay, I'm sure that Jerry will have a couple of replays in there. And
Ricky will be in there with the telestrator tonight.
Well, honestly, Vince, I think in the 2.5 games, 2 3/4 games that I've seen this year, I don't remember them running a screenplay this year.
No.
So that was the first time that I'm sure they've tried it in practice, but that's the first time I've seen it live.
Some confusion there for Belle Vernon, so they're going to call a timeout. We'll step out as well. 5:03 to go in the third quarter. Leopards lead at 35-7 over the Mustangs. You're listening to High School Sports Night, brought to you by the Radcliffe Law Firm, and you're watching the Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Smith, Lewis & Chess, financial services in Uniontown, would like to wish the Laurel Highlands football team and their coaches good luck this football season.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. 5:03 to go. 1st and 10. Another turnover, Rick, sets Belle Vernon up.
Well, that was in the past. Let's see what the Mustangs are going to do about it.
1st and 10.
That's what matters now.
Need to stop here because if a touchdown puts us into the running clock. Coming over on the inside is...
It's Dane Handon.
Yeah, that's Dane Handon on the pass. And he'll be 2nd and 3. Nice little turn there.
Dane Hamden, the ball carrier. Stopped by the Mustangs, number 3,
Connor Basinger made the stop.
Ball at the 23-yard line.
Second down and 3.
Plant your seat. Stay at A.
All right, a little more confusion there for Belle Vernon. Guy went out, decides he's going to come back in.
The play clock's down to 7, 6.
Direct snap. Hartman wants to throw, rolling out of the pocket, running out of time, and is it intercepted? Looked out in the flat, and a nice job over there.
Miguel Brumfield, I think.
On a fine job by Brumfield. Yes, it is, Miguel Brumfield. Nice job. He read that step right onto the passing lane, and Laurel Highlands gets it back.
I think Hartman threw that a little bit later than he wanted to. He scrambled. First of all, the snap wasn't clean, and he caught that and then had to scramble out of the pocket, and he was on the move.
He got some backside pressure from Tyler Christopher, who was coming on a corner fire. That forced him to have to step up into the pocket and get out of containment for a minute.
Great break for the Mustangs.
Brumfield had a nice break on that ball to get it. All right, Basinger again. Keeps the ball himself. Turns upfield, maybe gets the 20-yard line.
Connor Basinger.
He stopped by a whole host of Belle Vernon Leopards, leading the charge for Belle Vernon.
Picked up one on
Nino
the play.
Kuntz.
I'm sorry.
Go right ahead.
No, he picked up one on the play.
2nd down and 9. Shea Dussault fights his way across the 25. Out to the 26-yard line. Stopped there by a host of Belle Vernon Leopards.
Stopped by number 1, Anthony Bertrand.
Rogie.
And number 45, Gage Rogie.
In on the stop.
To the 26-yard line.
Third down and 4 or 3. Let's see. 1, 2. That far side stick is never where the ball is. Am I right about that? Or
I think that's our angle from here.
All right. Well, Basinger's going to keep it, and Connor is going to be. I think he's got the first down. If they give him forward progress to the 30-yard line, he'll have the first down.
And that'll be enough for a first down. Laurel Highlands.
Another 4-yard pickup. Again, the offense on the field is the best thing that could happen to the Mustangs. And keep moving those chains. 4 or 5 yards at a clip.
The problem is, while the running game is effective, it's chewing up clock.
The clock is not our friend right now.
All right, Basinger gives the ball straight ahead to Dussault.
Oh!
Whoa, wait a minute. Somebody stripped the ball, and it's a touchdown.
Somebody stripped the ball. It looked like off of Dussault.
Nino Kuntz has the touchdown.
Connor handed it off, but he hit it well. So had the ball. Connor came out to the right side, the near side, and by then
I saw Dussault going one way, and all of a sudden the action went the other way.
By that time, was it Rogie you said?
No, it was Nino Kuntz.
Nino Kuntz, he was gone.
Cameron Guess.
From the 29-yard line. That was a Mustang play from the 29-yard line. 29-yard touchdown run.
And the extra point attempt is good. 2:20 now left to go in our third quarter. It's Belle Vernon 42, Laurel Highlands 7.
And you know what that means, Rick. We're going to be into the running clock for the rest of the game. All right, 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. The Leopards have opened up a 42-7 lead over our Mustangs, and so we'll step out. You're listening to the Radcliffe Law High School Sportsnet on WMVS, and you're watching the Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS works with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Belle Vernon has opened up a 35-point lead, which means that the point differential rule will now be in effect. I don't like us referring to that as the mercy rule anymore.
Alternative timing, I think, is
alternative timing.
The politically correct
right, or point
name.
Differential. Yep, alternative timing. And much to everyone's surprise, Guest kicks it out of the end zone again.
Cuts down the run backs.
Yep, surely does. So 2:03 to go. I want to welcome everybody back listening to us on WMBS and the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night. And so we'll see what happens. Laurel Highlands again, another turnover leads to points. And he had to pry that ball right out of Shea's hands because I saw nothing like pop up or anything like that.
2 interceptions and a fumble. That's 21 points
fumbles
that we didn't need.
Because their first score was set up by a fumble. This is a pass out to Robbie Slater.
Pass to Robbie Slater.
Gets about 3 yards.
22, maybe 23-yard line.
Jackson Jewell on the stop.
Second down and 7.
Second down and 7. Nose of the football resting right on the 23-yard line of the Mustangs. Laurel Highlands, Connor Basinger. Rolling out, Slater gives him a block. He turns the corner. Basinger still on his feet and run out of bounds.
Flag on the play.
Run out of bounds at about the 35-yard line, but there's a penalty at the 28-yard line, and you know where that usually ends.
That's usually a hold.
It sure is.
Robbie Slater was a pitch man. He did a good job of getting out in front of Connor, and Connor used that well for a block. I'm not sure who held, though.
The hold came well down the field. It wasn't Robbie.
No, I didn't mean.
I know. I just
Robbie.
wanted to make everybody make sure they were clear on what you were saying.
Holding against Laurel Highlands.
Robbie recognized he wasn't going to get it, so he did a nice seal. It was farther down that the infraction occurred, which is a shame because that was a nice block.
By the way, Vince, I was getting kind of hungry listening to Soup and Tony talking about their funnel cakes and stuff. I have to say, one thing I'm disappointed here at the Mustang Corral is there's no halushki. I was really looking for it. I don't eat a lot of halushki all year, but I eat them at football stadiums.
Not a halushki night tonight, I guess.
No, it's not a halushki season. They're not going to have it at all.
But if you like funnel cakes, I recommend the band's concession stand. There's a flip out here to Robbie Slater, and Slater is going to get run out of bounds on the near side. I'm sorry, that was Ryan Fike. They'll be shy of the first down by a couple of yards. So that'll bring up a second down or a third down and 10.
Well, by the time I did my statistics and made my way down to the band area, there was no funnel cakes left and there was no lemonade left.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's good. That's good for me then.
It's probably better for my waistline anyway.
Band needs their fundraisers. Going to make the trip to Disney this year.
That's the end of the quarter.
All right, time's expired. 3/4 of this novel have been written. We've got one more chapter to go. Hopefully we can get a big plot twist in it. End of 3, Leopards 42, Mustangs 7. You're listening to High School Sports Night on WMBS, brought to you by the Radcliffe Law Firm. And you're also watching this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety. For colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies, painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to the Mustang Corral. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, Jerry Dupay with you. And ready to begin the fourth quarter.
Mustangs deep in their own territory, Vince.
Got a good luck charm up here. Mac McCoy has joined us. Band Director Emeritus for the Laurel Highlands Band.
Great job by both bands tonight.
Well, I'm partial, but I think so as well. All right, they'll go from the pistol again. Basinger keeps it. Lots of running room across the 30.
Oh, looks like a face mask,
35, maybe. And looked like a face mask, but I see no flag.
That was absolutely a face mask. You watch it on the video replay, Jerry's video replay, you'll see there was a face mask on that.
Absolutely. Welcome everybody back listening on WMBS, the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night. All right, 11:18 as we mentioned, the clock will continue to turn.
To this point, Connor Basinger, 18 carries for 98 yards.
Basinger looks to throw in the flat, and the pass is going to be caught by Robbie Slater. He breaks the tackle, which prevented a big loss, but he'll lose 3 all the way back to the 34-yard line.
Actually,
it's second and 11.
Vince, that was Ryan Fike on that.
Was that Ryan? It looked like
that was Ryan.
The 34-yard line.
Well, Ryan Fike made a nice play then. Let me get that all cleared up so that...
minimize the loss there.
Yeah, he sure did. It was a nice play. It looked like he was dead to right, stuck this helmet down and was able to get a couple of yards. Second down and 12 now. Would have been second and 13. Pitch this time is to Fike. Fike's got some good running room, gets to the outside. A flag comes in, and it's going to be against Laurel Highlands.
I would say that was a clip out there.
Penalty flag.
So it will be 3rd and 8 at the 39 if they let the penalty, if they decline the penalty. I would think I'd be inclined to decline that penalty. But they're not going to, which is why I'm in the booth and they're down there coaching. All right, penalty moves the ball back to the 29-yard line. That'll make it now second down and about 16, it looks like.
Second down and about
Connor has 98 yards on the ground. He's 4 for 9 for 38 yards in the air with 2 interceptions.
Single back now. Basinger is going to throw. Across the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands of Izzy. At the 42-yard line. Had some running room on that slant.
Intended for number 1, Daniel Izzy, is incomplete.
That was a really good pitch and catch there, or almost catch by Daniel Izzy. But when he hit the ground for the second time,
it
popped out. That would have been close to a first down, just short of it. It would have been at about the 45-yard line, 44-yard line.
All right, play clock down to 10 seconds. 5 seconds as Basinger sets them. Quick count. Pass is going to come out here, and they were looking for Slater in the flat at the 32-yard line. And that pass was incomplete. It will bring up 4th down, and it appears that the Mustangs will punt the ball away.
Connor's very frustrated with himself. Slater was wide open on the left flat. The cornerback was busy with the receiver downfield, probably at the 45, and it just Connor threw it over his head at the 25 or 30.
Yep. Not as sharp as he would have liked to have been.
Punting for Laurel Highlands, number 3, Connor Basinger.
Basinger with a running kick, and it will go out of bounds at the. Oh boy, they're going to mark it at the 45-yard line of Laurel Highlands.
15-yard punt, unfortunately.
That's where Belle Vernon will begin.
It's the second short punt.
That one went off the side of his foot for sure. Mustangs are at Greensburg next week, I think, Vince.
Absolutely, my old stomping grounds and historic Offutt Field, where I spent a lot of time. The Hempfield-Greensburg rivalry. It was beautiful because the stadium located in downtown Greensburg. My neighborhood was about a mile away. I could walk to the game, so spent a lot of time there. Looking forward to going back home. All right, Hartman pitches the ball. Coming to the near side is the new running back, and that is going to be Dane Andon.
The ball carrier.
And Andon looked a lot like Pesco there.
To the 35 of Laurel Highlands, and it's a 1st and 10, Leopards.
And it's a 1st down.
He's a downhill runner next week. Belle Vernon is at Indiana.
So Mustang's going to have to try to put this one behind them and get ready for the Golden Lions next week. Jared Hartman from the gun. Inside handoff to Dane Andon. Andon turns the corner, has good running room, gets to the outside, has the 1st down, and is all the way down to the 22-yard line of Laurel Highlands.
Great tackle there by Riley Bosley. He was blocked there out on the end, held that block and shed it, and was able to stop that run without that shedding that block. Vince, he's gone for 6.
Absolutely.
To the 22-yard line.
Again, this game will be broadcast on Sunday at 6 o'clock and Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Atlantic Broadband, it's channel 17, and Armstrong Cable, it's channel 61. Watch it. Tell your relatives about it that are out of town.
All right. Inside handoff again. And then again, turns the corner.
He just plain tripped.
Yep. Tripped over the 20-yard line.
I hate to say it, but he did.
About 7.
Pickup of 2.
Used to call that the invisible dart. Got hit by that invisible dart and just went right down.
I'm going to phone ahead, Vince, and see if they have Holoshki at Greensburg.
In the shadow of the Westmoreland County Courthouse, where I've not been. I've only been there once. And then again, straight up the middle, down to the 25, maybe to the 26, brought down by a host of Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Leading the charge was Tyler Christopher. Down to 4:37 now. Belle Vernon leads at 42-7.
13-yard line where he stopped.
Not all, I think, what we were expecting tonight. I don't think we expected this point differential.
No, Belle Vernon does not have a big offensive line, but they are extremely effective in opening up holes. And now Dane Andon He's a 6 foot, 155 pound sophomore. Honestly, Vince, he doesn't run like a 155 pounder.
No, he doesn't. Hartman collides with the guy he's trying to hand it off to. That's Nino Kuntz. But Kuntz is still able to get to the first down and gets all the way down to the 9-yard line. Belle Vernon has it 1st and goal.
7-yard carry there.
Gary will be back with you guys next week. I won't come along until the Ringgold game, I believe.
Kuntz is the guy that is the player that ripped the ball out of Dessau's hands and went for the touchdown. So.
Right.
What was that again?
Let's see, Kuntz is a 6'2", 240-pound senior. Also plays linebacker and fullback.
And that has it again.
Pardon?
And nice job there to make the tackle was Maurice Dunlop.
Okay, did you want me to come down or what?
Looks like about a 2-yard pickup for Andon.
All right, I'll see you. Bye.
On 5 carries, Andon has 27 yards.
Down to 3 minutes to go.
Hartman is still the quarterback, but it looks like they've made some substitutions in some of the skill positions.
Significant substitutions.
And the line.
Hartman gives the ball to Andon.
Flag on the play.
We got a flag down on the play. Andon got down near the goal line.
Right near the middle.
But let's see what they have.
Flag was right about where the ball was placed. The very first thing you think about is holding on the offense.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah, they're walking backwards.
Yep.
Holding against Belle Vernon.
So that's a big play for Laurel Highlands.
That'll take the ball back now to
Before the game, the WMBS listeners heard Ian McMean from the Sports Blitz Network talk about how big this game was, that Laurel Highlands had a chance to knock on the door for the playoffs. And he was very impressed with Connor Basinger and his performance, possibly to have a 1,000-yard passing, 1,000-yard running season. Belle Vernon didn't really see it that way. Apparently, Connor's close to 100 yards on the ground.
But still a lot of football to play here. All right, Andon again turns the corner.
Nice spin move.
Haul some people around. Bring it up to 3rd and goal now from
by number 51, Tanner Slavic.
Looks like they're going to mark it at the 11. So 3rd and goal from the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
1:41 to go. I did not think this would be a 42-7 game.
Well, 4 turnovers changes the complexion of the game, that's
absolutely,
for sure.
And they scored on 3 of those 4. Andon, lots of running room, and Andon is into the end zone for a Belle Vernon touchdown.
The end zone for the touchdown, number 28, Dane Andon.
He just dove straight ahead. Now, I mentioned that offensive line, you know, they're 230, 240, and some of the teams that we play, Vince, where they have 270, 280 pound, 300 pound linemen.
Well,
this Belle Vernon line, I'm impressed.
Well, they're very athletic, is what I noticed. Is that they may not be big, but they're athletic, and they're very good at holding their blocks.
It's a bad snap, kicks up.
Yeah, Guess has got it again.
The point attempt is good. 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go in our game. It's now Belle Vernon 49 and Laurel Highlands 7.
Never would have thought that. All right, they'll come back up the field and 1:11 to go in the game. We'll step out again. Leopards 49, Mustangs 7. You're listening to the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night on WMBS, and you're watching the Mustangs on the South Union Township Sports Network. The Mustang Corral, 1:11 to go. Vince Capozzi and Rick Frank with you. Jerry Dupay to our right, as always.
The wizard on the camera and the replay.
Absolutely. I want to thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to sit in today.
Kicking off for Belle Vernon.
Always fun. Guess will kick off. Now the question is, actually that is not going to be Guess that's going to kick this time. It's Tyler Kovac. Guess.
Freshman.
I wonder if Mr. Guess's leg is tired. All right, this goes to the up man and making a cut to the corner and a nice run out there on the far side.
20.
Riley Bosley. Nice job getting to the outside. 47 seconds to go in the football game.
I would say, Vince, that the score 49-7 is not indicative of the effort that the Mustangs put in here. They left nothing on the field.
No, they've not given up. They're still playing hard. They didn't want to give up that last touchdown. That was very obvious that they just, they were determined to do the best to not do it. And I think that's another thing that you have to look at, too, is character for a team. Okay, so things didn't go the way they wanted tonight.
Timeout, Laurel Highlands.
Okay, Laurel Highlands is going to burn a timeout. Things didn't go the way Laurel Highlands wanted them tonight. Very disappointing for them. But on the field, if you watch the game and not looked at the scoreboard, you're seeing the same type of 100% effort with 42 seconds to go in this game as you saw 42 seconds into the game. And that speaks to character, and character comes from coaching.
It starts at the top.
And I have to tell you that I have the utmost respect for Coach Just. Something he offered to do in the preseason that I thought was incredibly magnanimous and something he didn't need to do. And it was for the benefit of the kids.
And the school.
And I think that you will not hear me say a bad thing about this man, no matter what. Basinger drops it. Looks like it's going to be recovered.
By the
Mustangs, trying to just get a glass on there and see.
Recovered by Laurel Highlands.
Looked like it was recovered by Shine Thomas.
Yeah. And that was Thomas that got it.
Oh, Thomas, okay.
Second down and 11 with 21 seconds to go.
There's not a lot of bad exchanges between the center and Connor.
Not very often, but it seems like if it can go wrong, it will go wrong, and that's it. With 6 seconds to go, the Mustangs have opted not to run another play, so that's it. This football game is history. The final score, the Belle Vernon Leopards 49, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 7. We'll be back to recap tonight's game. We'll do that on the other side of this break. You're listening to the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Night, and you're watching this on the South Union Township Sports Network.
And the Laurel Highlands 7.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
In any endeavor, experience is probably the most important factor, but it's got to be the right kind of experience. Experience in the community where the case is tried, where the jurors live, where the judges work. We've been doing this since 1976 at Davis and Davis. That's a long time.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to Mustang Corral. Vince Capozzi, Rick Frank, and Jerry Dupay with you. The clock reads all double zeros, and the score is 49 for the bad guys and 7 for the Mustangs, so it didn't exactly work out the way everybody hoped tonight, but it was a good game early. It started out, as we said, like two championship boxers trying to feel each other out, and then they started counterpunching, and Belle Vernon landed the first punch after a Laurel Highlands turnover gave Belle Vernon the ball on the Laurel Highlands 21-yard line. Jared Hartman took it in from 4 yards out. The Cameron Guest kick made it 7-0 with 2:23 to go in the first quarter. On the next possession, the Mustangs turned it over. Connor Basinger was intercepted at midfield. That pass was returned to the Laurel Highlands 35-yard line. 5 plays later, Mason Passot was in the end zone. Rather, Pasco was in the end zone for a 1-yard run. Guess's kick made it 14-0 with 9:50 to go in the second quarter. Laurel Highlands got on the board on the ensuing possession. Connor Basinger took it in on a 4-yard run as the Mustangs went 65 yards in 7 plays, 5:21 on the clock. The Izzy kick was good, and it made it 14-7, and it looked like things were going the Laurel Highlands way, except on the very next possession, Belle Vernon drove down the field, and Pasco took it in from 12 yards out. Guess's kick made it 21-7 with 2:31 to go in the half, and then Laurel Highlands decided to go for the first down at midfield on a 4th and 8. Connor Basinger was stopped just short with 1:51 to go, and Belle Vernon was able to take it in with 15 seconds to go. Hartman another 8-yard run, and that made the score 35-7. And then to start the second half, Ricona took a 25-yard pass from Harbor for the touchdown. Guess's kick was good. And then Kuntz strips the ball from Shea Deso and rambles 29 yards for a touchdown. Guess's kick makes it 42-7. And then with time running out, Dane Anderson goes in from 11 yards out. Guess's kick makes it 49-7. That's how we got there scoring-wise. Let's take a look at some of the stats, Ricky.
Well, if you looked at, like you said, if you watched the game, you would not see a route. And if you looked at the stats, you wouldn't necessarily see a route. For the Mustangs, Connor Basinger, he had 38 yards in the air. He basically had a net zero in the second half. They didn't air the ball out too much. Connor had 98 yards on the ground. Deso had 53. And Rob Slater had 34. For the Mustangs, 38 in the air, 185 on the ground for 223. For the Leopards, Jared Hartman, he had 61 yards 61 yards in the air. He also had 36 yards on the ground with 2 rushing touchdowns. Mason Pasco had 121 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns.
Mostly in the first half, he did his
Mostly
damage.
in the first half. Dane Anderson, 42 yards on 7 carries and a touchdown. Altogether, the Leopards, 61 yards in the air, 217 on the ground for 278. So there was only about 50 yards yardage in the game between the two. And it wasn't a matter of how much yardage it was. It was when did it happen, and where on the field did it happen.
And that was the problem, was that too many times for three of their early scores they were set up by turnovers where Belle Vernon had the short field. But again, if you look at it, I mean, you look at the score, but some positive things again come out of this. Laurel Highlands fought to the end. It's only the first conference game of the year. You've got 7 more to go there, and only got to be in the top 4 to make the playoffs, and that's the idea. Once you get there, it doesn't matter. The idea is to get to the playoffs. So a lot of positive things. Not time to hit the panic button for Laurel Highlands yet. Looks like they came out of this relatively injury-free. Did not see anybody come to the sidelines. So that's another positive. And we get on to Greensburg-Salem next week, where you'll be joined by Mr. Frankhauser again. You'll be in the stands. I'll be sitting with the commoners in the stands. I'll be sitting by all of my friends from Greensburg. So there'll be a lot of room if anyone wants to sit by me next week. But it should be a good game. It should be two teams that are very well matched up. I'm going to predict the Mustang victory next week. Since I won't be on the air, I'll just take care of it now. I'll say Mustangs 21-6.
There you go.
Write that down, and if I'm right, I'll be a genius. And if I'm wrong, don't bring it up. All right, my friends, that tells you the story. The final score tonight, the Belle Vernon Leopards 49, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs 7. And for those of you listening on the radio, just wanted to give when the airings are going to be for the
It'll be Sunday at 7 and
Sunday at 6.
Sunday at 6, Tuesday at 7. Channel 17 on Atlantic Broadband and Channel 61 on the Armstrong Cable Network.
All right, folks. 49-7 our final score.
WMBS.
And we're going to step out right now. And for those folks that were listening on WNVS, thanks for joining us. You're listening to high school football on the Radcliffe Law High School Sports Night. So long, folks. Welcome back to everyone on the TV side. Again, as we said, our final score tonight, Belle Vernon 49, Laurel Highlands 7. Thank you for joining us. Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV with Gary Smith and their staff. For Rick Frank and Jerry Dupay, I'm Vince Capozzi. This has been a South Union Township sports presentation.